All right, I'm going to have a go at the Observer's weekly Everyman crossword, but first let's have the cryptic clue of the day. Last week, word having interpretation like same time at the outset. The answer was whilst. At the outset was telling you to take the first letters of the first 6 words, which somewhat define the answer. All right, well done to Mike. He is on a streak. All right, today, captured coming back, Americano spy, lacks island air, question mark, 7 letters. Captured coming back, Americano spy, lacks island air, 7 letters, second is A, and the 6th is S. All right, let's see what Everyman has for, well done to Alan, who was one of the first winners, I think, of their puzzle competition last week, so well done to him. I don't think I'll be winning any prizes this week. Anyway, where broth may be black bird of prey. Ooh, this is one where you have to break the clue in a very tricky place. Where broth may be, well, it may be in a bowl. Bowl. Oh my goodness, put that on the list of my clangers. A bowl. I was thinking ahead. Black is bee, and a bird of prey is an owl. Don't really think of owls as birds of prey, but they are, of course. Anyway, bowl. All right, period of small misfortunes, like losing to a tortoise, reports suggest. Oh, well, I think it is going to be a period of small misfortunes, like a bad hair day. I definitely have my share of those. But sounds like HARE, losing to a tortoise. Baked pie, good. Now what's in it? Oh, 10 letters. Oh, I think baked might be telling us to anagram pie, good, now. And I think we have wood pigeon, not what I would choose in a pie, but there you go, horses for courses. I think that must be it. Now we have some great crossers here. Condemn, atmosphere, that's reactionary. Well, I think the reactionary means to reverse a word for atmosphere, which could be mood. And if you reverse that, you get doom or condemn. A grandma won at chess, did you say? Not so fast. All right, we have a homophone. And grandma, I'm thinking it might be Nan. Nan mated, won at chess. Not so fast. Something mated. Oh, I think it might be inanimate. Is that right? No, that's an odd number of letters. But I think it's going to be something like that. Yeah, I think mated must be the ending. Won at chess. Nana mated, nanny mated, granny mated. I don't get that. If you're spoon-fed, this may put words in your mouth. What is that? Some kind of like teleprompter thing? Or ventriloquist? Throwing a voice or something? Oh, alphabet soup. Yes. I suppose like the million monkeys typing, if you eat enough alphabet soup, you'll put a word in your mouth. topless seaside town. Amen. The seaside town is Brighton, and without its top, it becomes right on. Amen. All right, well, let's try this. Put an end to slippery oil baths. No time. Oh, I think we're going to anagram or have a slippery version of oil baths, but that's 8 letters. We remove the T for time, and I think that will give us abolish, if I can type right. All right, let's go to the ones I skipped over. What makes you die of cold? Ooh. That's a good clue, but I don't get it. That was our grandma. Tea and slice of nougat gives you wind. Yeah, I think it is going to be a wind, something like, I think, of course, there was a brand of tea. Is it still going? Typhoo. The slice of nougat is just that N, and that gives us a typhoon. Now, what was Typhoo's ad? They weren't the chimpanzees anyway, I think. That was PG Tips, right? Was in charge of twerp somewhere in Burma. I was expecting Belgium and Antwerp, but was in charge. Oh, if you were in charge of something, you ran it. And a twerp. Now, it's funny, I think goon, the meaning has changed a little bit. Although maybe it always had the 2 meanings. But I think a goon as like a heavy, a gangster, muscle. You know, you send your goons after somebody. But I suppose like the Goon Show, it can be a twerp. All right, let's go back to the Downs. Business trouble. Oh, well, a business can be a concern, which can also be trouble. Resents 80s films. Outlook on life. Well, before I recorded this, I recorded last week's Cryptic, which had a very similar clue. If you resent something, you might mind it. And the 80s film is E.T. All right, rise and criticize church. That's just retribution. Oh, well, look at those letters I'm thinking of. Come up, ants, I think. So rise, I think, is come up. And criticize is to pan, and the Church of England is CE. One, that's Athenian primarily. All right, we have our weekly primarily clue. And we get iota by taking the first letters. All right, what makes you die of cold? I'm thinking it might be an ice machine. And I think it's something to do with machines, die casting or something. It's something to do with machinery. Yeah, or something. Or it could be die as in dice. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think it is the die because cubes of ice look like dice. Yeah, I think that must be it. At first, everyman's dreary, vacuous, dreary. I'm going round in circles. All right, this is partially a primarily clue that everyman's dreary gives us ED. But the second dreary we have to empty out, make it vacuous to get dy. Yes, I think this might be inanimated. I don't think it's going to be nanimated, but I think it's inanimated, not so fast, coming to a complete stop. It's the best I can come up with. How do you pronounce Titian? To rub out credit. Oh, I think out is the anagram indicator. Yeah, Titian to rub. And then credit. Oh, to credit somebody might be to give attribution. I think that's right. Swimming pool, mine, so refuse to share. I think refuse to share might be monopolize. Yeah, I think swimming is an anagram indicator for pool, mine, so. Dull, like a perfume you don't smell. Dull. Yeah, something like in or unscented. Yeah, oh no, not scented, but unsniffable, in. Yeah, not getting that. Not included. Oh, I must remember, I forgot, and someone reminded me last week that the long clues in an everyman usually rhyme. So this may end in an oop word. Out of the loop comes to mind. If you're not included in plans or whatever news, you're out of the loop. How crossword setter found anagram for pothole. Yes, out of the loop. That's very clever. All right, celebrity in jumper, maybe sending invoice. Celebrity in jumper. I think of Val Doonigan. Maybe no, not Val. Maybe sending invoice, something Bill, Acker Bilk, Bill Oddie. No. Pork pie purveyor admitted to Juilliard. Ooh. So admitted to is telling us it's a hidden clue. Within Juilliard, we have a liar, a teller of porky pies are lies. Mad monk, I'll supply drink. Well, supply can also be read as supply. So I think we're going to have a supple version of Mad Monk Isle. And it's going to give us a drink of some kind. Where's the K going to go? What's the four-letter word? So something milk. Yeah, I do like that. But I don't see the first word. Let me put in the milk, though, just in case that helps with the downs. Crossword setter, getting commercial for booze. Well, every man referring to himself as me. Commercial is an ad. And mead is, I think, a honey-based drink. How is our dull? I should be able to see that word, but it's possible I have something else wrong, but like a perfume you don't smell. No. Stink surrounding old, rough ruffian. Well, I think a ruffian might be a hoodlum. Stink is a hum, and it goes around OO for old. Oh. Ah, no, one of the O's is an O, and the other one is rough or anagrammed. Oh, that's clever. Dealing with part of the eye. Well, I'm looking at the letters I have, and I'm thinking retinal. Actual is real, I think, and a metal tin is inserted in that. Volcano, pet name, some ignored. Well, you ignore some of the letters of pet name and you get Etna. Rejected plans to pester people online. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to have a word for plans backwards. Oh, maps, and backwards is spam, which definitely pesters you online. Oh, almond milk, yes. My brother-in-law was drinking some of that recently when I met him on holiday. All right. Celebrity and jumper. Oh, a celebrity, maybe a top billing, maybe. Celebrity, I think is top billing. A funny definition, but a jumper is an example of a top, and sending an invoice is billing. All right, that just leaves my dull, and I'm feeling very dull that I cannot get that. I'm going to pause and think about what letter, assuming it begins in or on. I think that must be an S, or it could be another vowel. So let me pause and think about that. Ah, yeah, finally got it when I got the right combination of on and in. Uninspired. Yeah, so I suppose if you smell something, we often see that used for wordplay to inspire. One thing goes inside another, but here it's, yeah, just in the sense of smelling. All right, well, I will not submit, but not too bad this week. Anyway, thanks as always for watching and have a great day.